Chosen One, July 14th. Today brings gifts. Only 1%. Something rare and sacred is happening today. The universe has opened a vault, and what's inside was always meant for you. July 14th is not just another date on the calendar. It is a divine timestamp. Something is being released, and the ones who are aligned, alert, and awakened are going to catch it. This energy does not show up often. It's for the few, not the many. The 1%, the spiritually aware, the deeply called, the chosen. This day brings gifts that were wrapped in spiritual patience and hidden in unseen realms. And they're not just ordinary gifts. These are destined, pre-assigned, soul-marked blessings with your name carved into them. You didn't ask for today's power to come. It's been looking for you, following your energy, mirroring your sacrifice. Chosen One, you are about to be met with what you've been internally building toward for a very long time. Watch this video until the end. This is not a surface-level conversation. It's a soul activation. And when this message resonates in you, let the universe hear your intention. Write your warmest wishes and the number 99 in the comments. This is the only time I'll mention it, but do it with meaning. Wishes made on aligned days activate cosmic attention. Today is that aligned day. Today is the day where your voice echoes louder than usual. Speak life, speak love, speak belief, and let the world see what you're calling into your life. Now, Chosen One, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. There are two paths standing in front of you today. One leads to routine, the other leads to revelation. One is familiar, safe, predictable. The other is extraordinary, divine, and once in a lifetime. The path you've walked thus far has prepared you for this kind of moment, but preparation doesn't mean automatic access. You still have to choose to step into what's being offered. This energy is not pushy. It's precise. It does not knock down doors. It waits for the door of your spirit to swing wide open. You have to be present. You have to be conscious. You have to be courageous. Not everyone will say yes to what's being offered today. But Chosen One, you are not everyone. You are the difference. You are the 1%. What makes today different isn't just the gifts. It's the clarity. July 14th is bringing into focus what's been blurry in your journey. The path that was once fogged with uncertainty is now being illuminated. You'll notice conversations that feel more meaningful, ideas that suddenly make sense, instructions that seem tailored exactly to where you are. People may think you're imagining it, but that's because they can't see what's opening in your spiritual vision. They're watching with natural eyes. You, however, have been given divine perception, and today, that perception will reward you. Today is not the day to question it. It is the day to claim it. Some of the gifts coming to you today are not material, but they are far more valuable. Some gifts look like rest after a long season of grinding. Others look like wisdom that answers questions you didn't even know how to ask. Some gifts arrive as new opportunities, fresh beginnings, or even a clean slate. Others come as protection, removing you from places and people that were secretly draining you. There's power in subtraction too, Chosen One. There is favor in the no's. And today, every form of gift that comes is an answer, whether you expected it or not. Let go of what it should look like and stay open to how it shows up. This energy is reserved for those who endured when it didn't make sense, those who kept trusting when there was no proof, those who stayed silent while being misunderstood, those who kept sowing when it felt like they were planting seeds in a desert. That's you. You did that. And today is heaven's way of whispering, I saw it all. This is divine recompense, spiritual reward. This is payback, but not the kind that tears others down. This is the kind of payback that lifts you up so high it makes the pain worth it. Chosen One, the struggle was never the end of your story. It was the price tag attached to today's gift. You don't need to chase this moment. It's already here. What you need is stillness, sensitivity, awareness. This moment is like a key turning in a lock. The noise of the world won't help you hear it, but your inner stillness will. That's why today, more than ever, it's important to guard your mind. Stay away from the chaos. Protect your peace. The gift is already in motion. Your job is to receive it, not wrestle for it. Let it find you in your obedience. Let it land gently in your surrendered hands. The difference between the 99% and the 1% is not luck. It's alignment. Most people ignore the nudge, scroll past the whisper, or miss the cue entirely. But you're not most people. You're part of a spiritual lineage of those who listen, who respond, who rise. You feel what others ignore. You know what others deny. And that's why this energy is calibrated to you. That's why this message found you today, at this precise moment. Because this energy is not general. It's targeted. It's appointed. It's yours. Chosen one. What's arriving today has layers. It's not a single moment, but a divine sequence. One thing opens the next. You'll look back on July 14th as the day something shifted. The beginning may not be loud, but the impact will echo for years. Doors you've been knocking on will now open. Ideas you thought were dead will suddenly breathe again. Hidden opportunities will come out of hiding. Delays will break. Resistance will soften. There will be movement in places where there's been silence. Don't expect it to look dramatic. Expect it to feel divine. The best way to miss what today offers is to overthink it. To try to analyze spiritual timing with earthly logic. Don't do that. This is not a day to rationalize. It's a day to respond. To believe quickly. To say yes even if you don't see how. To move even when you're not sure where it will lead. This is the kind of faith that activates favor. This is the kind of surrender that attracts miracles. You're not being asked to do more. You're being asked to allow more. You're not being asked to prove yourself. You're being reminded that you already have. Stay sensitive to the nudges today. They'll come in unexpected ways. A conversation, a flash of insight, a sudden urge to do something you've put off. That's how divine timing works. It interrupts what's normal with what's necessary. You might be in the middle of a routine and suddenly feel a deep pull. Follow that pull. Don't hesitate. That's your signal. That's the moment heaven taps your shoulder and says, now. The gift today is not just for your comfort. It's for your calling. It's meant to move you into position, to shift your steps, to confirm that you are seen. There is something about today that seals your next season. It will make some people wonder how it all changed so fast. But the truth is, it didn't happen fast. It happened faithfully. You've been in preparation for a while. It just took today for the world to start noticing. You don't need everyone to understand this moment. You only need to understand that it's for you. Others may look at your piece and call it delusion. Let them. You know it's divine. Others may see your boldness and think it's risky. Let them. You know it's obedience. You were never meant to be understood by the masses. You were meant to lead the few. You were meant to walk differently, talk differently, see differently. You are the proof that spiritual accuracy still exists in a world of distractions. Chosen one, part of what makes this day so sacred is not just what it brings, but what it awakens inside you. There are gifts that come from heaven, yes, but there are also gifts within you that are being activated by the alignment of today. July 14th is a portal of potential, a divine handshake between heaven's promises and earth's positioning. As the heavens pour down favor, something inside your soul is also rising. You're not just receiving gifts, you're becoming one. A gift to your family, a gift to your generation, a gift to this moment in history. The world has been waiting for the version of you that was always meant to lead. And now, you are stepping into that identity with divine timing at your side. This energy is not passive. It doesn't show up just to be admired. It moves with intention. And when it touches someone who is prepared, it multiplies everything. That's why today may feel like acceleration. Ideas that took months to form now feel clear in minutes. Opportunities that felt so distant suddenly knock on your door. You're not imagining it. This is momentum. This is divine speed. This is what happens when spiritual timing meets readiness. And the beautiful truth is, you are ready now. You may not feel like it. You may still see traces of doubt in your heart, or pieces of insecurity in your mind. But let me speak this clearly to your spirit. Readiness is not about perfection. It's about openness. It's about willingness. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need the courage to walk with faith. That's why you're being met with this energy on July 14th. Not because you figured everything out, but because you've finally become available. You've released resistance. You've broken old patterns. You've made room. And what you've made room for is arriving. The signs around you may not always be grand, but today, they will be meaningful. Watch for the small confirmations, the quiet echoes, the inner resonance, those moments when something in your soul says, that's it. That's the direction. That's the confirmation. Don't dismiss the subtleties. The divine speaks most powerfully through peace. Today is a masterclass in spiritual listening. Are you willing to slow down just enough to hear what others ignore? The enemy of divine gifts is distraction. Today, more than ever, you must protect your attention. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And if your energy is being drained by chaos, by comparison, by confusion, then the gifts waiting for you won't find an open place to land. Guard your gaze today. Guard your ears. Guard your heart. What's meant for you is so precise, so holy, so full of favor, that it cannot coexist with toxic noise. Be ruthless about your peace. Don't explain it to anyone. Just claim it. There is something coming to you that others will think you didn't earn. Let them think what they want. They don't know what you've survived. They don't see the nights you cried without answers. They don't see the spiritual warfare you fought silently. You've carried so much without applause, and now you're about to be lifted without permission. That's what today does. It elevates the unseen. It rewards the consistent. It chooses the ones who stayed faithful in the shadows. And when the light hits your life today, it will be undeniable. You may not even recognize yourself by the end of this shift. That's how powerful it is. The version of you that began this day is not the same version that will finish it. This is not a slight change. It's a spiritual remodeling. Some parts of you will feel like they've been set on fire, in the best way. Passions will reignite. Vision will become bold again. You'll feel a pull to revisit things you thought were over. That's not nostalgia, it's destiny knocking again. Listen closely. What you thought you missed might just be returning with better timing and stronger clarity. There's also something sacred happening in your relationships. Pay attention to divine connections. Certain people will show up in your life today or this week, and they won't come by coincidence. They are answers, allies, assignments. Their timing will feel too perfect to be random, because it's not. This is the orchestration of heaven. There are conversations waiting to unlock parts of your next chapter. Be open. Be discerning. Be honest. Your soul will know when something is from God. Your body will relax. Your spirit will say yes. Don't ignore the inner tugs today. That nudge to send the message, that urge to step outside, that unexplainable desire to change direction, that hesitation before agreeing to something. These are not interruptions. These are instructions. You are being guided in real time. You are not lost. You are being led. Chosen one, your steps today are not random. They are mapped, marked, measured. And when you walk in flow with that guidance, you unlock things no human hand could give you. Some of today's gifts may arrive in disguise. A sudden ending might actually be the beginning. A no might redirect you into the real yes. A delay might be hiding divine protection. Don't panic when something unexpected happens today. Pause. Breathe. Ask, what if this is for me? You'll be surprised at how often the thing that looked like a block was actually the blessing. Spiritual maturity means trusting, even when it looks like the opposite of what you prayed for. And today, that maturity will be your secret advantage. July 14th is a day of codes, energetic codes, soul codes, prophetic timing. Things are clicking together now. Puzzle pieces are fitting. Strategies are becoming simple. The things that once felt overwhelming now feel doable. Your capacity is expanding. You can hold more, see more, understand more. That's not just growth. That's divine upgrade. This isn't you striving. This is you flowing. This isn't you chasing. This is you attracting. And let me remind you, you are worthy of this. You are not being gifted today out of pity. You are being gifted because heaven is just. Because God saw you stay when you could have walked away. Because you didn't quit when you had every reason to. These are not random gifts. These are earned by endurance. These are delivered by grace. And today, you are being honored in ways the world can't explain. There's also a sense of reversal in the atmosphere. What was working against you will now work for you. What was blocking you will now push you forward. What was silent will now speak. The things that kept you in delay are now being reversed. There is a shift happening, not just in what you're receiving, but in how you are being seen. People who overlooked you will start to notice. People who dismissed you will want your presence. Don't chase them. Stay aligned. Let your elevation speak louder than your explanations ever could. Stay alert today. Write down what you hear. Note what you feel. Follow what speaks to your spirit. You're not crazy. You're connected. And the deeper you lean in, the more clearly the gifts will reveal themselves. You don't have to figure it all out today. You just have to walk with trust. Divine unfolding is not about rushing, it's about releasing. Chosen one. What you are feeling today is not imagined. This energy is deeply real. It's not hype. It's not wishful thinking. It is a response to a spiritual buildup. Layers upon layers of moments where you remained faithful in private, consistent when no one clapped, and strong when everything around you said quit. Those moments didn't disappear into nothingness. They were recorded. They were recognized. And now, they are being rewarded. July 14th is the evidence of that reward finally catching up to you. You might notice that the usual resistance feels weaker today. That's not an accident. The gates that held back your momentum have loosened. What used to take all your strength to push through will now begin to feel like it's falling into place with ease. This is a divine reward for the internal realignment you've been going through, especially lately. You've been saying no to the wrong things. You've been choosing alignment over applause. You've been cleansing your environment, your mind, your emotions. And now, the universe has cleared a runway for your launch. The gifts of this day will show up uniquely for you. No two chosen ones will receive it the same way, because no two journeys have been alike. Some will receive financial favor, unexpected deposits, or divine provision. Others will receive clarity, answers to questions they thought might never be answered. Some will be flooded with energy, fresh creative ideas, or a bold new perspective. Others will receive a person, a connection that brings the next phase of their purpose. But every single gift carries the fingerprint of your journey. It's made for you. Not borrowed, not recycled, designed. Let yourself receive it. There's no need to feel guilty for being blessed. You've been through enough storms. You've held enough burdens. You've carried enough weight for others. This moment is not selfish. It's sacred. It's not about pride. It's about promise. This isn't about taking from others. This is about receiving what was reserved for you since the beginning. You've outgrown the version of you that was addicted to struggle. You're no longer bonded to proving your worth. Today, you simply receive. That is your divine right. You may also notice that your emotions feel heightened today. That's not weakness. That's sensitivity. Your spirit is picking up on divine shifts in real time. When you suddenly feel like crying, or feel chills run through your body, or feel a strong sense of peace hit you like a wave, that's your confirmation. That's how divine flow often feels. It's not always loud. It's deeply felt. The best thing you can do today is be present with it. Let it move through you. Let it shape you. Let it affirm you. The world is too busy for days like this. Most people rush right past their own breakthroughs. But not you. You're pausing, listening, leaning in. That's why the frequency of today is choosing you. Because it knows you'll steward the gift well. You won't misuse it. You won't take it for granted. You'll build with it, share it, honor it. You've been entrusted with divine capacity. And now, the heavens are investing more into your life because you've shown that you're a faithful vessel. Chosen one, today you are not only being gifted, you are being marked, spiritually marked, set apart. There is a divine label being sealed over your life that says, "This one carries light." That's why you've been feeling different from others your entire life. That's why you never fit into certain crowds. That's why rejection had to happen. It wasn't punishment. It was preservation. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. And now, the light you carry is going to be seen for what it truly is. Everything is going to start aligning around this light. Rooms will feel different when you enter. People will be drawn to your presence without knowing why. Opportunities will seek you out, not because you advertised, but because your energy spoke before you said a word. This is the ripple effect of today's energy. It puts you in divine visibility, and not for ego, but for elevation. Because your voice, your presence, your wisdom, these things are needed now more than ever. And with this shift comes a new level of responsibility. Don't shrink. Don't go back into hiding. Don't explain your light to those who choose to live in shadows. You're not meant to dim down. You're meant to rise. This elevation will require boundaries. You may need to disconnect from some people who can't walk with you at this level, not out of arrogance, but out of alignment. Because what's on you now is rare. What's happening in you today is not for public consumption. It's for spiritual direction. Your old fears won't survive in this new frequency. The doubts that once echoed in your mind are losing their power. Why? Because the gifts of today are not only external, they are internal fortifications. They're reinforcing your confidence, your sense of calling, your deep inner knowing. This isn't the same self-doubt era anymore. This is your certainty era. You don't just believe something good is coming. You know it's here. You're not wondering if you'll make it. You already are. And let's speak this into the atmosphere. You will not sabotage this blessing. You will not fall back into old habits. You will not question your worth again. Today is a turning point. You will choose trust over tension, flow over fear, faith over frustration. This gift isn't just for now. It's unlocking your entire next season. A season where you're no longer surviving. You're thriving. Where you're not just holding on, you're flying. And while today may not fix everything instantly, it plants a seed that will keep growing. Some gifts arrive like lightning, sudden, immediate, loud. Others arrive like water, steady, consistent, necessary. Whether your gift today is fast or slow, loud or quiet, visible or internal, honor it, celebrate it, recognize it. It's the beginning of a divine rhythm that you're meant to stay in. A rhythm of receiving without striving, walking without worrying, knowing without needing to be convinced. This is sacred ground. You've entered a space and time that your soul has been waiting for. Everything before this led to now. Every delay, every no, every tear. It all made today possible. So breathe, be still, and let today do what it was sent to do. Shift everything. Chosen one. Today is not just about receiving something external. It is about unlocking a divine version of you that has been hidden beneath the weight of expectations, wounds, and delays. The gift is not just coming to you, it is coming through you. Today, something inside you rises. Not the version that was afraid, not the version that was unsure, but the version that has always been chosen, called, and covered. The version that was forged in fire and now stands in favor. This isn't just a day of material reward. It's a day of identity recognition. A day when the heavens are echoing the truth you've known in your soul all along. You were born for more. You were always meant to stand out. You were never created for the ordinary. That longing inside you for something greater wasn't arrogance. It was prophecy. It was the blueprint of your soul trying to speak louder than your pain. And today, you're finally in a position to hear it clearly. What once felt blocked is now flowing. Not because the world changed, but because you changed. Your perspective is sharper. Your awareness is deeper. You're no longer chasing. You're aligning. You're no longer surviving. You're leading. You're no longer just believing in miracles. You're living inside one. The version of you that used to question everything is starting to walk with confidence. This is what divine transformation feels like. It's subtle and powerful all at once. And it's real. Be mindful today. There may be voices that try to downplay what's happening in you. They may come as doubt, fear, or even familiar people who don't understand your new energy. Let them speak, but don't let them steer. You are no longer in a season of apologizing for your glow. This version of you doesn't need validation. This version of you needs space, protection, and room to soar. And as the gift unfolds today, it's going to be clearer than ever who deserves access to your journey and who must remain behind. This sacred energy is separating the wheat from the weeds. Not everyone who walked with you in your wilderness will walk with you in your wonder. That's not cruelty, it's clarity. You are shifting, and those who cannot respect that shift will slowly fade. Let them. Don't beg. Don't explain. Don't lower your frequency to keep peace with chaos. Today's gift comes with elevation, and elevation requires emotional maturity. Let go gracefully and rise fully. And you must understand this. What you're stepping into today was preserved. It didn't expire. It didn't get lost. It didn't go to someone else. It waited. It circled in the spiritual atmosphere until your heart and mindset matured enough to hold it. This gift was delayed, not denied. It's arriving now because you are finally in position. You had to unlearn, release, heal, break, and rebuild. And that process wasn't punishment. It was preparation. And now, all of that inner work is being honored. This is why some things never worked out before. Because what's arriving today couldn't land in the old version of you. That version would have questioned it, sabotaged it, doubted it. But not this version. This version welcomes it, owns it, moves with it. Your new posture is, I receive. Not, do I deserve it? Not, what if it's too good? You've graduated from that mindset. You're stepping into spiritual authority. You are no longer hoping to be chosen. You're finally realizing you've always been chosen, And with this shift comes a different kind of clarity. You will start seeing people, opportunities, and decisions through the lens of your new vibration. What once seemed acceptable will no longer align. What you tolerated out of fear, you will now release with love. The more you embrace this gift, the more you'll attract people and situations that reflect your true worth. This isn't arrogance, it's alignment. You're not walking in ego, you're walking in truth. And truth feels like freedom. Pay attention to the divine synchronicities around you today. Numbers, symbols, signs, lyrics, dreams. Words spoken casually that hit your heart like a message. These are confirmations. Your spiritual team is speaking constantly. You only need to tune in. Don't write things off as coincidence today. Nothing is random. Everything has a message. This is a day of divine instruction. Be quiet enough to hear what it's saying. This is also a day of permission. You no longer need someone else to approve your journey. You no longer need the world to applaud your decisions. Heaven has already signed off on what's next for you. The only signature you're missing is your own. Sign it. Approve it. Say yes to the new era. Because until you say yes to it, it can't be fully activated. And you didn't come this far to miss it by doubting it. Some of the gifts showing up today may come disguised as challenges. But don't be fooled. A closed door is sometimes protection. A hard truth is sometimes the key to freedom. A last-minute delay might be divine redirection. Look deeper. Ask, what is this teaching me? What is this preparing me for? Even discomfort can carry a gift if you're spiritually aware. And chosen one, you are more aware now than ever before. You may feel moments of exhaustion or heaviness today, not because something is wrong, but because something is shifting. Your body is recalibrating. Your spirit is expanding. You are holding more light than usual. Drink water. Rest. Write. Disconnect. You are being rewired. It's normal to feel tired when you're transforming. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. And don't be surprised if others start coming to you for answers, energy, or support. They feel your shift even if they can't explain it. They sense your light even if they don't acknowledge it. You are magnetic today, not for vanity, but for purpose. People will feel safe around you, drawn to you, inspired by you, not because of what you're doing, but because of who you've become. So carry this day with honor. Carry it like a treasure. Walk through this energy as though you know heaven is watching, because it is. Let your decisions reflect someone who knows a shift has occurred. Let your posture reflect a soul that has entered sacred territory. Don't waste this alignment. Don't sleep on this frequency. Don't minimize what today is doing in your life. You've entered a realm of rare air. Not everyone will understand it. That's okay. You're not here to be understood by the world. You're here to be used by the divine. July 14th is not just a date. It's a doorway, a threshold, a holy announcement that says, everything is changing and you are ready now. Chosen one, today is the kind of day that shifts generations. What you step into now does not end with you. The gift is not limited to a moment. It is meant to overflow into your future, into your legacy, into the lives of those you haven't even met yet. Today, you're not just receiving for yourself. You're breaking patterns for your bloodline.